annual Evening Under the Stars fundraiser. And we reflected on the past 15 years of Global Playground and announced 3 new projects in Thailand, which we'll hear more about just a little bit later. So what's tonight going to look like? Well, we'll connect for 15 minutes and share some updates. And then we encourage you to stay and hang out with us while we play Global Inspired Trivia, which comes with cash prizes thanks to a generous anonymous donor. Maybe you'll be as lucky as Matt Amodio on Jeopardy with his recent 37-game winning streak, though you won't be winning nearly the $1.5 million that he did. We'll be using Kahoot for trivia. If you've never used Kahoot before, it's super easy and it's used in elementary schools across the country. So if you have any youngsters around, they can give you some help. You'll need a smartphone to answer questions on Kahoot, and you'll need your computer to see the trivia questions. After our brief updates, we'll give you more instructions on how to use Kahoot and the game pin to access the trivia game. Feel free to invite others wherever you are right now to join in on the trivia fun. As some of you may know, Global Playground was started by our board members Doug Bunch and Edward Brannigan over 15 years ago. Thanks to our generous supporters, we have funded 18 school infrastructure projects, think classrooms, libraries, computer labs, and science labs in 11 countries, benefiting more than 20,000 children. Over 15 years, our mission has been to raise awareness and to create educational opportunities for children across the globe. And we look forward to continuing that mission for the next 15 years. Pictured here is our first project in Uganda. We estimate that more than 4,000 students have attended this school since its completion 15 years ago in 2006. At the start of this year, the Global Playground community came together for a very successful virtual Evening Under the Stars. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, Evening Under the Stars is our annual fundraising event in which we celebrate the support of our donors by coming together to highlight ways in which we've provided opportunities to improve education to children around the world. The success of this year's event lay not just in the generous donations that many of you and others made, but also in the number of people who were able to join us, the most we ever had attend one of our events, thanks to that virtual nature. Normally, we celebrated in person in Washington, D.C. Virtually, we had people from all across the country and even a few folks from around the world joining us to celebrate. While we're very excited to gather again in person for future events, we'll continue to engage our supporters virtually like we're doing tonight. The success of fundraising events like Evening Under the Stars translates directly into tangible changes in the lives of children in our partner communities across the globe. This year, we're very excited to say, thanks to your donations, we were able to fund 3 projects in Mae Hong Son province in northern Thailand. Our first project this year was in collaboration with the remote Karen ethnic community. Global Playground provided $18,500 for a solar energy system and 12 new computers at the Ban Thatafang school. Computer and internet-based learning have become important parts of education across Thailand and the world. And without reliable access to internet and the capacity to charge electronics, students in remote communities, such as communities in Mae Hong Son, risk falling behind the increasing digital divide in education. The introduction of reliable and renewable electricity, as well as the computers, have enhanced the learning resources available to students at Ban Thatafang school. The solar panels have also improved the learning environment for students in other ways by powering classroom fans and air conditioning, a refrigeration system used for school meals, a water filtration system, and constant internet access. Our second project funded the construction of an improved water system and 2 truck covers for the Hue Pung Mai School for only $3,500. Hue Pung Mai School is situated high in the remote mountains of Mae Hong Son province. In fact, in 2010, I served as a teaching fellow for Global Playground at Hue Pung Mai School. Despite a long rainy season, access to water in the mountains was always an issue. Thanks to the new water pump and pipes, students will have more reliable source of water while at school, importantly increasing access to sanitation. In addition, you can see on the screen one of the trucks newly equipped with the rain cover. Before, the trucks had no cover and students rode in the back of these trucks, which were driven by community members as school buses. Despite some of the villages only being 2 to 3 miles from the school, the rough and hilly roads made it really dangerous for children to walk to school, especially since it would be dark before and after school. Thanks to your donation, the many children that ride in these trucks to school are importantly protected from the rain during the monsoon season. Typically, they would arrive to school soaking wet, which is really not a comfortable way to start your learning day. The third and final project that we were able to support this year, thanks to our generous donations, consisted of providing $4,700 to replace the original roof at the Ban Mae Pang School, which was constructed in 1976, before many of us were even born. The school also was able to replace some of its electrical wiring, which provides for a safer learning experience, especially since so many more electronic devices are used as part of the learning experience. Additionally, this year, we said goodbye to two longtime board members, Jane Bernard and Jason Maga, who provided so many years of wonderful service to Global Playground. And we welcome two new board members, Jack Ruskowski and Alexis Canty, who you'll meet later tonight. So thank you to all of our supporters who made these three projects a reality. We're excited to identify new projects soon to support in 2022. And if you feel inspired, we're adding the donate link to the chat where you can make a contribution tonight. At Global Playground, we recognize that great educational experiences for children are built from learning content in the classroom, as well as play and social interaction with peers. That's why we hosted our first ever International Play Day. This effort included a week-long social media campaign in which we shared content describing what play looks like for children in our partner communities. On July 31st of this summer, we shared videos and instructions for how to play popular games from 8 countries in which we funded school projects. And we really thank everyone who took part of this campaign, and we hope you took some time to get outside and spend time with others, while also learning something about what play means for children around the world. And if you're interested in revisiting the content we shared about these games from around the world this summer, you can find it on our website under the For Play section. Now, I'd like to pass the mic to former Global Playground Fellow, former Executive Director, and current board member, Kendall Lorenzen. Kendall, thank you so much for all your commitment to Global Playground.
Thank you, Ryan. And before we dive into trivia, we wanted to take a moment to thank Ryan for his incredible leadership this year and all the other years that he served as Executive Director of Global Playground. Some of you may not know that Ryan was the first ever teaching fellow for Global Playground, teaching English in Mae Hong Son, Thailand. After teaching with Global Playground, he served on the board of directors for 2 years. And as executive director, he's had some extremely impressive accomplishments. He's overseen 9 projects and gone above and beyond, not only in providing leadership for the organization, but in maintaining connections with partner sites. At the end of the year, Ryan will be stepping down as executive director. And we just wanted to communicate how deeply grateful we are for all that he's contributed to Global Playground and express our enthusiasm to see the impact that he continues to make moving forward. And we know he'll always stay connected to Global Playground. As a general update, we're currently actively interviewing for the new Global Playground Executive Director, and you may have some updates on that process later on this year. Without further ado, I want to introduce our board members, our fellow board members, Alexis Canty and Jack Ruskowski, to the virtual stage to get the trivia going.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Connect 15 event. We are so excited to see all of you here tonight. First of all, Jack and I would like to reiterate our thanks and appreciation to Ryan for his leadership and friendship as our current executive director. We hope the projects and initiatives he just presented, in addition to all the projects we have facilitated in recent years, show you all the incredible impact you have made through all of your donations. And to